Hey guys, Josh here. I'm installing my MVT off-road roof rack tonight and just thought I'd kind of, make a little video and show you guys how it's done. So I'm here on top of my Tacoma and I'm just gonna switch over here, kind of show you guys what I'm doing. So first thing is to pull this weather stripping up. Pretty easy. Then you can see here there's kind of this painted tape. I'm gonna switch over and have a better view here. Hang on. Okay, so here within this actual gutter there is some tape that had. All right, so these are the mounting brackets. As you can see, there's a couple of things to note here. One is all three of them are different heights. And the other thing is down here on the bottom, you can see this one has one hole and these others have two holes. That one hole one is the middle bracket. The tallest one goes at the front of the cab, and then the medium height one with two holes goes in the rear of the cab. Okay, so at this point we've got holes poked through the little adhesive tapes where the factory holes are. So I poked holes, I've put rubber washers here. Now we're going to set the bracket down with the bend facing in, and then I will put one of these bolts with a washer like this through each of those holes with the rubber washer there to protect from moisture. Okay, so once all tightened down, front bracket should look like this, nice and solid. Now we'll move on to the middle and the rear brackets. Okay, at this point, just doing a little sanity check to make sure that these brackets are in the right spot. So you can see behind here, brackets are here, holes line up for those to mount into place. Okay, now that all these mounting brackets are in place, we're just going to lay this strip back in place where it goes to see what part of it is going to interact with this bracket. So what I'm doing is just setting this pretty much in line exactly where that will be, laying it next to this bracket, and I'm going to mark and cut this out so that that can lay in there flush. Okay, at this point we've got the brackets installed and all of the weather stripping cut and put back into place. Okay, one little piece of advice I'd recommend here is this was a little tight getting some of these side rail bolts into the mounting bracket. I loosened this mounting bracket bolt just to give a little play there so I could get the holes to line up for these side bracket bolts to go into the mounting bracket. And now I'm just going to tighten that all up. So I have all of the side rail brackets just finger tight, just to make sure I can get them all in the holes. Now I'm going to re-tighten this mounting bracket into the roof and then tighten up all the side rail bolts. Okay, here's a profile view of kind of what we're going to look like when this is done. I haven't done the crossbars yet or the other side, but it's starting to come together. Okay, second time around here, a few things. I'm keeping all these brackets just finger tight, here and here, just so I can kind of more easily get that side rail on. The other thing, last time I measured all these out at once. This time I'm just kind of doing one at a time and just gonna cut and then do the next section and then the next. All right, so at this point I've got both side rails put on. Next up is the front fairing and the crossbars. Okay, I am just getting the front fairing on. Just goes on with these two bolts right here. And They just go into a crossbar that's attached to the fairing with these bolts here. Let's just get those in place and kind of tighten them up, and should be good to go. Final piece of the puzzle here for me is going to be to install these crossbars. So I'm putting 2 crossbars on. You can have 5, so there are enough openings here to fit up to 5 crossbars and a rear fairing. And because I have this rooftop tent, the iCamper that kind of hangs over my cab a little bit, I'm gonna start with just these 2 crossbars and see how that works out for me.